friends, on Ash Wednesday, David Mounser laid before us a fantastic challenge. He encouraged us to remember that prayer and fasting and giving are not optional extras of the Christian life, but really lie at the very heart of our discipleship and as identity as Christian people. So what I'd like to do is just to take his words one step further and lay before you a really exciting challenge. Now, I wonder if you're like me, whenever you come across somebody who's homeless or very clearly on the edges of society, whether you're left wondering what the appropriate response should be. Maybe the tempting thing to do is just to pretend you didn't see them and walk on by, but you know that's not what Jesus would do, and you know that your faith demands more of you. But what do? You could stop and chat, maybe, offer to buy some food perhaps, maybe tell them about Pathways or Church on the Bus or some of the other sort of projects that are going on around Chesterfield. But I don't know about you, I'm left thinking it would be just so much better if there was a way that that person didn't need to be homeless at all. Now, I'm not suggesting that this Lent we solve all the problems of homelessness in our community, which of course are many and varied and complex. But equally, I don't think it's right that we shouldn't try at all. I'd like to share with you a really exciting opportunity that has opened up for our enterprise company, SDB Chesterfield Limited. Now, for those of you that don't know, SDB is a company that belongs to St Thomas's, and it operates on our behalf, our coffee shop and our centre. Now, the opportunity is this, that the business that formerly ran the old Ponderosa, you might know it as the Chesterfield Lodge Bed and Breakfast on Derby Road, that's the building immediately next to St Augustine's Church, has come up for sale, and we'd really like to buy it. Now, like our coffee shop and centre, our business would run as an ethically driven social enterprise that would create a blank canvas upon which the church can paint whatever picture it chooses. And when I say the church, I don't just mean St Thomas's. We're planning on working in partnership with all churches and agencies and all people of goodwill to see people on the very margins of our society restored and healed and set free. In fact, when I shared this idea with the minister at St Augustine's, she nearly burst through the roof with excitement and said that she had been praying daily since she noticed that business had come up for sale, that something like this would happen. I don't know about you, but that makes me feel really, really excited. Now, I mentioned the opportunity earlier of supporting the homeless because, of course, that's a growing need in our community that we're all aware of and familiar with. But it may be as time goes on we discover a bigger need in our town. Maybe it's working with ex-offenders, maybe working with refugees or asylum seekers. Who knows what the need might be? Well, the plan is this, that we work with a mixture of people. Maybe those that are looking simply for affordable, clean, comfortable accommodation, a place to rest and to stay, as well as with social services and other agencies looking to house the most vulnerable people in our community. The big difference, and here's the rub, that our hospitality will be different because it will extend to the whole person, not just giving them a safe place to sleep, but also a route back into mainstream society. We'll have somebody on site who'll be there to help with this work and also to marshal all of us to help our response to be real and meaningful. Maybe that will be involving painting a wall or sitting or chatting or running an advice workshop. Who knows what that might mean for you. Now, our enterprise company is confident that we have all the necessary skills to operate a business such as this. My contacts in the wider church tell me that this is a project that others will get behind as well. So what am I asking you for? Well, here it is. And this is where we go back to David's Ash Wednesday challenge. The first thing, the most important thing to do is to pray. There are many, many reasons why this project might yet not go forward. Although it has to be said, thanks to the help of Chris Sellers and Jeff Walker and others like them, I'm growing in confidence that this is a project that really can be delivered. The other thing to do is to fast. And I mean that in its broadest sense, as we earnestly seek God and deny ourselves in order to be closer to Him. We might be open to ideas in our own minds and imaginations as to how we can make this project a success ourselves. Like I said earlier, it may be that you can paint a room, maybe you can fix a shower, maybe you can bake a cake, maybe you can come along and befriend somebody who's friendless. Whatever it is, there's going to be a space and a place for the skills that you have to offer. And finally, I'm going to ask you to give. We're looking for financial support to capitalise this venture. It's going to cost us in the region of £50,000 to begin to operate. Now, we can use some of our coffee bar profits to support this work, and the diocese have been kind enough to agree an interest-free loan to us. That said, we're still looking for about £25,000 worth of crowdfund capital in order to make this thing happen. Now, here's the difference. We actually believe that this project can run as a business, and we can make enough money from it in order to not ask for gifts, but to ask for loans from those that are willing to stand with us and support it. We believe that whereas, of course, a gift would be great, if people could loan us money over a 5-year period, we can operate in such a way as to ensure that their money is returned to them within that 5-year period. If you can help in this way, that's fantastic, and I encourage you to speak to myself or Beth or Ian, who would be glad to give you information about how that might happen. I laid with you a challenge that was laid to me at a recent service I attended that Bishop Alistair led. And he commissioned us with these words. He said, "Will you dare to carry the light of Christ into the world's dark places?" To which the response was, "By the Spirit's power, we will." Now, I present that same challenge to you. If those words are to be true, if they're to mean anything, then I believe as a church we need to step out of our comfortable places and engage with a world in need. Thank you for listening, and thank you for your prayers and for your support. Please stand with us in this venture during this Lent and beyond, and help us to really impact on those most in need in our town and in our neighbourhood.